Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Danny.
That's Ricky.
Today we are going to be cooking two very special beer can
Chickens.
We have one Asian Zing recipe with an IPA.
Zinga Zinga.
And we have one for the kids, a Dr. Pepper Memphis Style Rub.
Oh nice, family friendly.
Family friendly. Let's get to the kitchen.
Thumbs at the ready. It's Rad Reviews.
Here we go, Asian Zing with some IPA. You need a large fresh chicken, here is one, some brown sugar in a fancy jar and some soy sauce, dark or light. Some hoisin sauce helps out, some sweet chili sauce as well, gives it a nice bit of sweetness. Chopped garlic, lazy if you want, fresh limes, sesame seeds and scallions or spring onions for garnish, and some IPA.
Oh yes, check those dance moves. For the Memphis rub, you're gonna need a large fresh chicken, brown sugar, granulated sugar, some salt and pepper. We're gonna get some celery salt in there, some cayenne pepper, some mustard seeds, garlic powder, onion granules, and of course a can of Dr. Pepper.
Talking of hot things, here's me getting the pan up to heat. Gonna make the glaze for the Asian Zing chicken. Put some lazy garlic in, you can use fresh if you want. Give it a good old stir so it doesn't burn and get stuck to the bottom of the pan.
Looking tasty, Dan.
Mate, yeah, I'm gonna bang some soy sauce in there now. Bit of saltiness. It's got like a mix of sweet and sours, and the hoisin sauce is a different flavour as well. So it's gonna be quite well balanced. It might be tricky to get that balance, but that's why you got the lime and the sugar that's gonna come in later on. I used a bit of water there just to deglaze the pan. There you go, a bit of sweetness with the sweet chili sauce. What you're going to find, this is going to turn sticky when it's on the chicken later on. Remember, this is the glaze and it's going to go on the outside of that fresh, large chicken that I showed you before I cracked open all my dance moves. Bit of hoisin. Nice. Check your can of Dr. Pepper at the top right, mate. Look, it looks like it's spying on me. It wants to be part of the Asian Zing party. You can see it's starting to get thicker here and create more of a glaze, and that's what you want. You want to reduce it down. This is where I put the beer can in the chicken. Personally, I use an IPA for this. You could use a lager, but I would say the stronger flavour in the beer, then the more that flavour is going to permeate into the chicken during the cooking process. This is one way of doing it. Just put the chicken on there, make sure she's steady. She's good to go. Bye.
Here we are making the dry rub for the Memphis style chicken. Never made dry rubs before from scratch, so it's really fun to get stuck into this. Get all those ingredients added there. This is the first time I've ever used celery salt, so I'm excited to see what that's going to taste like. Make sure that you give those mustard seeds a good grind. Giving all those dry ingredients a nice rub. You'll see that there's a little bit of dampness in there from the brown sugar, but that just gives it all the more adhesion to the chicken. Fill that cavity up with the dry rub. Make sure you get that dry rub also between the chicken skin and the chicken meat. Then you're going to finish off by coating the rest of that rub all over the chicken. Felt kind of weird, but gotta do what you gotta do. And just like before, the recipe calls for only half a can of Dr. Pepper. And no, it's not as fun as drinking the beer. Put the chicken down on the Dr. Pepper, same kind of process as before, just make sure it's sitting upright. And the same applies here, just at 180 degrees, a couple of hours will get this chicken cooked.
Back to mine now, Ricky. It's the Asian Zing. Well, it hasn't got any Asian Zing on it, but that's what I'm doing. So it's been in the oven for about an hour and a half. It is hot. That ceramic dish is red hot. Giving it some glaze here, get one coat on. What you're going to do is put it back in the oven for a couple of times, turn the temperature down just a little bit, and then re-glaze it. So I've put one layer on, I'm going to bang it back in, check on this later. Here we go, ready for the second coat. It's been in the oven for about an hour and 3/4 now. This is like your final stretch. Put some sesame seeds on there. They're going to toast up in that final bit of oven cooking. Here we go. This is it, the final product. Take that can out. I tried carving it, but the difficulty was it was just so moist. It was just falling apart straight away. It was ridiculous. So that breast meat, it was like thigh meat that had been stewing for a while. It was so moist. Finish it off with some spring onions to make it look fancy.
And for all of you guys that value convenience when you're cooking, I think this one's going to score points for you because it's just 2 hours in the oven and this guy is ready. I really, really hate this word, Danny, but I think I've got to use it. Look how moist that chicken is. This chicken was just so easy to carve. Look at that.
Here we go, the eating of the IPA Asian Zing chicken. And when I ate this, I remember tasting the IPA just subtly in the meat, but the glaze was slightly different on the outside. It had caramelized, and where some of the chicken skin had gone like crackling, with that sweetness of the glaze on top, it was absolutely heaven. You can see the dog and the reflection of the dog just looking up going, can I have some? And I'm like, no, my chicken.
Here we are finally tasting the Memphis chicken. I didn't feel like the Dr. Pepper sort of infused the chicken quite as much as the beer did, but the chicken skin was a whole different game. That was super spicy and it had a real good crunch. You can see how the meat just falls from the bone there. Definitely a thumbs up from me and a thumbs up from Dan. This is still a good chicken.
Well, they were pretty super.
They were pretty good, weren't
They
they?
were good, mate. Yeah, my favourite was the Asian Zing. Had some nice flavours in there. Sharp, sweet, tasty.
I just love how moist it makes the chicken. What a great, great product.
Absolutely. I hope we've inspired you. Have you tried any recipes that are similar to this? If not, try them. If you've got something new to tell us about, drop a comment below.
Yeah, get creative in the kitchen, enjoy yourselves. Please leave us a like, please subscribe to the channel, we'd really appreciate that, and we will catch you on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot.
It's Rad Reviews.